and good morning, guys. Welcome back to another video. Today, tomorrow, this video, let's just call it, is it's gonna be an epic step in the old guest house project back there. We're hooking up the trailer to the old crew cab OBS there. And we're gonna be taking it into town. We're gonna be loading this bad boy up with some drywall. We're gonna be loading the bed of the truck up with some insulation. We got electrical that's gonna be getting finished, drywall going in. A lot of stuff's gonna be happening in this video. So the plan today is we're gonna be getting 12-foot sheets of drywall, which in all honesty, would probably fit in the bed of the truck here. We got 8 foot, plus another almost 2 feet with the tailgate there, and then they stick out 2 feet. But I have to grab a ton of insulation, because obviously we got to re-insulate the old guest house. So truck and trailer it is. And we've got a special rider today. Gunner, say hi. Okay, Gunner's sleeping. Looks like the donkeys found the tree that fell over. Everybody's getting a good snack there. Squeeze by that donkey. So we made one pit stop to drop off Gunner over at Mama Ryno's so we can have a little play date with their dogs. Now we're making another pit stop here to pick up the one and only at C Bailey 619. Hey buddy, at this point, can the state start paying me for your transportation services?
Fine.
Oh, somebody said you're milking this injury.
Yeah, I wish. I'll be milking it for another 2 months.
All right, we've made it to the Home Depot. Got our front row parking there. You know, got to make it easy for Chris. Look at this guy putting weight on his leg. So proud of you. So we're picking up 30 sheets. We got 30? Looks like we got 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we gotta go get my least favorite part though. We gotta get all the insulation. I'm not an insulator. I don't enjoy messing with insulation. It's not fun. What do you enjoy? Hanging out with my buddy Christopher at Home Depot. All right, buddy. Where we at? Where we at?
Oh, we're at Home Depot.
Man, where is the insulation at? Get some R19. That's a 2x6. R13, 2x4. We need R13? Yep. It'll make 19 in a 2x4? I don't really know how that works. I'm sure there's studies on it on why that's a horrible idea. Unfaced. We want faced. Insulation's a new world for me, man. I don't touch this stuff very often. What is R value? R means resistance to heat flow. The higher the R value, the greater the insulating power. To get the marked R value.
Story time?
What?
I need to sit down.
Yeah, sit down for a second. Talk, make yourself comfortable, man. Just fucking plop in this big old nice pillow section here. Cathedral ceilings. We're gonna need R38Cs if we had those, but we don't have cathedral ceilings. Bro, this is the good stuff, right? Less itch, less dust, less.
Well, I mean,
what?
You're allergic to everything, so fucking you'll probably.
It's not gonna be fun. It's not. Yeah, it's not. I don't look forward to this at all. Why is this one taped up? This one's used. I don't want used insulation. What? They're all taped. Give me the. I want the fresh. What's that? Everything's open. Are these faced? Are they bats? What we got, man? What's up with the cheaper stuff?
We're always looking for a deal around here, so.
I mean, this stuff. Paper bag. I think the other one's plastic. $17. Damn, dude, you grabbed me to $29 a roll? Jeez, guy. Let's see what this stuff is. All these bags are already ripped open. Dude, this stuff's like sealed. Yeah. It's less itch. I'd pay $10, $15 more a bag to not itch. All right, buddy, can you meet me up at the front with this? I gotta go get the drywall ordered. Or brought to the front, I should say. There you go. Look at that. Oh, we're about to lose something. Now, of course, we need 30 sheets of that drywall, and the bulk price discount is at 34 sheets. But I just did the math. It's cheaper to buy 34 sheets than it is to buy 30 at the full price. I mean, obviously, you probably shouldn't even have to do that math, but 34 sheets it is. We are going to be ending up drywall in that garage at some point, so we're getting 34 sheets. We're getting 34 sheets, dog. All right, so we've got our insulation. Now we wait the 4 hours for them to get a forklift to bring the drywall out. Keep up the good work, buddy.
Thank you.
You already want lunch? You ain't even worked yet. Well, we paid, got the insulation loaded up, got everything else loaded up. Now we wait for a forklift. T-minus, what do we think? Another hour?
For a forklift?
Yeah.
Another 20 minutes.
You think 20 minutes? Another 20 minutes, okay, well, a lot of 20 minutes is, it's literally the worst thing about Home Depot is waiting if you need something down or you need a forklift, like the absolute worst. And they always have like 40 forklifts here. But only one person that apparently can operate one. I think your 20 minutes has passed, Chris. Oh, wake me up when they come. Okay, good news is, guys, we got some people on it. They're enacting all the members of Congress here, because that's what it takes to shut down all the aisles at Home Depot. We'll grab a couple of these little pieces of drywall here so we can just offload it on the forklift onto the trailer. Get those 5 sheet film on. It's a tight fit to get 12 footers out of this aisle. Super sketch. Oh, see if that exit sign survives.
Yeah, I can just drop it. Yeah,
Well, only took us, I think we've been here for 2 hours, but we got all of our drywall there loaded up. Got all of our insulation loaded up. Oh, we got our Chris loaded up too. Do I need to strap you down or are you good?
I'm good.
All right. Well, y'all, wish us luck. We're taking a break here. We just went up 1 grade on the way to the ranch. We got still quite a ways to go here and the truck started getting a little bit warm again. We still haven't really fixed from the last time when this happened. And we've got more weight than the Jeep back there. I think we factored in, there's about a little over 4,000 pounds plus the trailer, which is 4,000 pounds. So it ain't a ton of weight, but it's more than this truck really seems to like. If we break down, Chris, can you push or do I gotta push you steer?
You gotta push.
But
You got more muscles than me.
But the doctor
You're
said...
at the gym, I don't.
No, I don't. But the doctor said you can't drive.
I can drive.
This is technically driving.
The doctor didn't say I can't drive.
Oh.
I chose not to drive.
You chose not to drive. What? Didn't drive? Why am I picking you up? I think at this point it's probably safe to say it's the fan clutch not engaging. I don't hear it. I didn't hear it when we were driving, and the engine's just getting pretty hot. Again, I'm watching it pretty closely, so I caught it in time. The engine has cooled back down here, but we're just gonna have to take this trip a little at a time. That's a good amount of anchor back there that we're towing. Well, thankfully we made it out to the ranch. Truck's still alive, still in one piece. We made it with all of our drywall, so it's a good time. Good time. We made it with Chris. He's almost in one piece. Now we got to jump on and start getting this insulation in because the drywall guys are going to be here first thing in the morning. I unfortunately am not going to be here, so we got to rock and roll. And Daniel's inside right now getting the electrical kind of finished up-ish. It's kind of dark in here. I've run around putting all the blocking in, the last little bit of blocking, and trying to think of everything we can possibly think of that we're going to need before we seal these walls up, because after that, there's no turning back. Chris, should we leave like a time capsule in here?
Yeah.
What? The crutch?
Crutch.
The crutch. See how less dust this stuff is. Oh, dude, easy day. Let's see what being an insulator is all about. Standard GoPro fashion, my GoPro's dead and kind of missed a lot of this time lapse, but my very first baler, I figured like, I'll just slam this in, slice it around the fire blocking, staple it up, and we're good. But my good buddy Chris was like, you should cut that on the ground. And let me tell you guys, this is a ticket right here. You just fly through it, get all your measurements ahead of time, put the fire blocking all at the same level, so each bay is the exact same size. We're good to go. We got that. There's 2.5. Got my little straight edge level on there. And we go install. And I gotta say, I was dreading this day of putting in the insulation. Like, this was not gonna be a fun day. If you guys have ever messed with insulation, it sucks. But this stuff wrapped in plastic, it's like, this is no big deal at all. This is like way more pleasant than I thought it would be. Still wearing a mask though, because you know, allergies will kill me no matter what I touch, but not itchy. I'm having a great time.
Nice and warm.
It's nice and warm in here.
Yeah.
Except for Chris. Chris is cold. Don't worry, buddy. I'll get the fireplace installed here soon. You know, we'll light this place up, get it nice and warm.
So if you guys need some insulation installed, go ahead and DM Ryan.
This ain't that bad. This ain't that bad. This plastic stuff's where it's at.
Doing a great job, buddy.
Thanks, pal. I'm genuinely like having a decent time here.
I'm glad you are.
I was not expecting this for installation day. Now I'm gonna apologize. I know it is dark, but I ran outside real quick. I found this spare piece of plastic here to get this drywall covered for the night. And I gotta say, like, you could not have gotten a more perfect fit from a spare piece of plastic that I had lying around than that. Like, absolutely perfect there. And I know it gets grainy when I go out to the wide angle on the iPhone here, but yeah, lucked out on that one.
Fucking cold.
It's cold. I just insulated the whole building for you. What do you mean it's cold?
I don't have a sweatshirt.
Big mistake. You should get one. Workforwardapparel.com. They don't come with the fiberglass fibers. All right, guys, so everything is pretty much done here. We've got this entire room all insulated. We've got all of the openings in the wall that we've cut so far, re-insulated. Kitchen, bathroom, that wall where the door went in. Everything is pretty much done. Unfortunately, I pretty much got to take off. Dana's still crushing it on the electrical, getting everything in. We got our new fan opening. Hold on, where is it? Fan blades in the way. Right there, we're gonna be shifting the fan. We decided to center it up with kind of our flat fireplace feature wall there instead of centering it with the room because there's just too many like weird, I don't know. There's not a real good spot to center it with. So that's what we opted for. Everything else is looking good, coming along. Electricals are in. New switches are in-ish. And then we get this mess to deal with, but we're gonna worry about that tomorrow. Again, I gotta take off. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be here in the morning first thing when the drywallers get here. So we're gonna jump in wherever they jump in. I'm sure they're gonna be working fast. Well, in true, if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. Oh geez, thankfully she started. It's kind of cold out. So I very, very, very rarely am ever like out of town for a night. And well, last night I was. So I wasn't up here at the house. I wasn't here in the morning when the drywallers got here. And of course, if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. About 7 o'clock this morning, the power went out to the whole valley here and the drywallers need power. So they, you know, I told them about the generator. They fired up the generator. Well, the generator's out of gas because I never topped her off from the old transfer tank here. And I couldn't just have them come pull it out of the transfer tank because you need the key, you need the truck on. The one time that I leave the house for the night, we're right back here first thing in the morning. Also, a huge shout out to James for checking in on the place. Appreciate you, buddy. We're gonna take the single cab here. We're gonna fill up the generator. And then, well, you know, we'll go check on the progress of the drywall. I gotta say though, guys, this transfer tank comes in super handy, being that it has both diesel and gas. Especially if you're living out rural, when there's chances you're gonna need both. I know most people, they just have a diesel transfer tank because they use it for their, you know, their heavy equipment, which is mostly diesel, but if you got a house and a generator and lawn equipment and all that, good to have both. Let's kick our pump on. Let's blow some gas. All right, she's all topped off. Drywallers are cranking away. We'll give you guys a little walkthrough real quick. I don't want to get in their way. They're just jamming. This whole side of the kitchen is done. Soffit is done. We're gonna be throwing green board on this side because green board's more water resistant and mold resistant. So obviously this is the sink side in case any water gets there. We want some green board down. Well guys, an absolute ton of work got done today. Unfortunately, I wasn't really here much to film all of it, but let's give you guys kind of an overview. And this is huge. In my eyes, this is one of my favorite steps in terms of the building process. But first we're gonna start outside. One of the guys was out here getting all of the lath put up to get the stucco patched in. So all of our corners are ready, everything's ready. All of the new wire lath is tied into the old, and all the stucco is essentially ready to get patched now. Wait till you see the front door. Now the front door area over here where the animals had eaten all the paper back, that is all looking good now, and hopefully all of this lath is like protecting the paper so the animals can't get to it anymore. I'm still gonna continue to put wood in front of it because we are not trying to fight that again. But the entire doorway is all papered shut now. And this will give us a good feel inside of what it's gonna be like with the new door now. Instead of having that big opening on the side there. So there's our new door. And I know a lot of you guys were concerned about how bright it was gonna be in here. Granted, the sun's going down right now. In full sunlight in the daytime, it's plenty bright. And if not, don't worry. We put in plenty of can lights to brighten this place up. One place that is super bright though is this room with the giant window that we put in. So all the drywall is done around the window. And then the new closet is all drywalled. And it's probably hard to show on camera. A lot of you guys were concerned about that being like a choke point at the door, but I can assure you, like there is a ton of space here. And if you ever need to bring long furniture in, like you got a straight shot there to the front door. So I don't know anything longer than like 12 foot that you're gonna bring into a bedroom. Granted, I was bringing 12 footers in and out of here, no problem lumber wise. So I think we're pretty good. Maybe this will give you guys kind of a size comparison here of just how big and open this entryway is here. And I'll try to not move the camera around too fast because I know the wide angle lens makes things look kind of weird. You probably take it off a wide angle. I don't really know how it got back on there. So sorry about that for the last couple of videos of you guys getting seasick here, but bathroom is all dialed in. We did find this junction box buried in the wall, which is a huge no-no. So we've exposed that junction box. We're gonna leave it open. It's just gonna get a blank cover over top of it. We're all about being safe and proper and correct. The new fireplace is looking absolutely killer there. All nice and drywall. I don't know if I've gone over the exact plan of what we're gonna be covering this thing in, but I think it's gonna end up looking really, really cool. We got this whole area all patched in. Kitchen-wise, and bear with me through a little bit of the darkness, but the new kitchen nook here is all done. Our soffit is all drywalled down. This is gonna be where there's gonna be cabinets as well as a little cooktop. Super stoked to see this come together. And you would think at this phase, like it would make things feel smaller once everything's drywalled in, but to me, it just makes things feel like it has more of a purpose. And that's why it's my favorite like part of the building process is once things actually get drywalled and you can't see in anymore, like that's where you start to actually feel the size of the rooms, like the definition. I know a lot of you guys thought this hallway was kind of crazy. You still might. And I kind of at some point was thinking maybe it's not a good idea, but now that I see everything drywalled, it's a nice separation. It's a nice architectural detail versus just one giant long rectangle room here. And speaking of room, let's show you guys this room, our newest addition here, all nice and done, all nice and drywalled. The closet is done, the doorway is done. Like super, super stoked for this to be done. Look at that ceiling. I don't think I've ever gotten that excited about a ceiling, but I'm super excited about that ceiling. This hallway just feels right at this point. Obviously this late in the game, we're not changing it, but I'm glad I decided to go with the hallway instead of like putting the door here or just completely eliminating this. And then you got a big bowling alley, like it's not for me. And then on this side, which we're gonna call the garage, the whole backside of that wall is done. That's the kitchen as well as that other room. And eventually, once we get everything kind of dialed in the main rooms over there, this entire garage is gonna get drywalled as well. Because I'm a big fan of garages being drywalled, not open stud like you see here. And the good news is, we've got plenty of drywall to make that happen. Now, before the guys left, I helped them move all of these sheets back in here into the garage. And let me tell you, 12 footers are no fun to move. And maybe one of you guys knows the answer to this, because it's something that has always boggled my mind. If you guys have ever seen drywall, it always comes in the store with a strip that bands two of them together, two sheets together. So they always come in sheets of two. Obviously, if you only want to buy one sheet, you have to tear the whole side piece off in the middle of Home Depot and grab one sheet. I don't know any other sheet good that comes bundled in twos, let alone something as heavy as drywall. I believe these weigh about 80-ish pounds a piece. So you're gonna tell me there's some dude out there consistently that like hucking around 160 pounds of, you know, two sheets of drywall banded together. I know there's some pretty gnarly guys out there, but I've never understood why drywall always comes banded in twos, because you always see the first thing that people do when a stack is sitting there is they'll grab all the bands on the side, you yank them all off and separate them into all single sheets. So maybe one of you guys knows the answer to that. If you guys do, leave it in the comments. I've always been curious as to why drywall comes in sheets of two, but no other sheet goods, plywoods, OSB, particle board, like nothing comes banded together like that. Next step for the drywall is we got to get it taped in mud, and then we got to get it textured. We got to get everything blended to match. We got to prime it. We got to paint it. We still got a lot of stuff to do. And it's hard to find somebody to tape in mud because everybody's so dang busy. So that's gonna be my biggest holdup on this project at this point, is getting somebody out here to mud and tape all of this drywall. Tomorrow, Daniel will be back to finish the electrical work, and we'll keep you guys updated for that. I'm sorry again, I didn't film a lot of this process, but it's been a crazy, hectic day, let me tell you.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.